Hi guys, welcome back to Tira Gitana. My name is Abby and today we are going to be doing the solar plexus healing video for this week. And I'm really excited for this reading because I feel like last week there was so much water and there was just like, I needed some fire. My Leo rising ass needed some fire, like so bad. I just needed some fire. And when Jupiter finally moved into Sag, I got that fire and it was just like, it was pretty amazing. And I feel so much more energized and like less emotional, which is good. And I feel like I'm just a little bit more, I'm flowing a little bit easier. Because when things aren't too much water, I'm just like, it's activating all of my Cancer, all of my Scorpio, all of my Pisces, and I'm just like a hot emotional mess. So it was just nice to come back to the fire, come back to the will. So okay, our blockage, our first is the King of Wands in reverse. That's interesting. What is our blockage for this week for our solar plexus? Okay. That's interesting because that came up earlier. If you've been watching the other videos, you'll see how it interconnects as far as the messages and the healing and how each chakra is kind of blocking the other in a different way, and how that's really affecting it, which I find very interesting. Solar plexus. Okay. Interesting. And then, how can we best heal our solar plexus this week? Oh. Okay. How can we best heal our solar plexus this week? How can we best heal our solar plexus this week? We're really going to get supercharged with this Aries moon. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the nine of swords and the Wheel of Fortune. We talked about the Wheel of Fortune in the sacral space, so that's very interesting. So for our blockage for this week for our solar plexus, which I just want to say that the King of Wands, that's Leo energy, that's fire energy. Solar plexus is very much fire. You don't ever want to have this in reverse because it just speaks on like why it's blocked. We have the King of Wands with the Page of Swords. Then we have the 10 of Swords with the 9 of Wands. Then we have the King of Swords. And this is the second time that a king or a queen is in the blockage for our chakra this week. In the root chakra, we have the Queen of Swords in our blockage. So it's really our mind, and this really speaks on what I said in the root chakra video, which is that we have been mentally blocking our chakras this week. We're mentally allowing ourselves to block our space because we're having such a hard time releasing a lot of the mental wounds that we've kind of allowed and placed and just allowed to keep flowing in, and we're losing our sense of will within that. Our sense of power, it's gone. We're not able to kind of shake the energy and really come back to our power. Coming back to our power, we're not able to do that because it's just, it's a recurring mental pain that we kind of keep pricking on, and we're like very much like wounded. We're very wounded and very much like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to do anything. I feel very much pulled away, and not, like if you haven't been focusing on your healing for this past couple of like first Scorpio season period, then you're really coming out of it feeling like you're getting stabbed all over the place. Feeling like you're getting stabbed all over the place because it's like if everything just hurts, everything just, you're just like treading carefully, like not trying to make moves. And when you're not trying to make moves and you're kind of treading carefully, you're not in your power. This is 2 kings that we have in the blockage as well. Something to notice. And mentally, you're also not in your power. And you're not able to make new intentions that actually show fruit. And put your will out there and manifest clearly, verbally, strongly, and from a place of power. There's a lack of that this week. And it's crazy that the way to heal that this week, the message is very connected to the other healing parts of the other videos. We have the Queen of Cups and the Emperor, and then we have the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man. So there is a part of our healing this week for this chakra specifically that has to do with kind of, one, going with the flow and accepting our emotions and accepting the water and kind of manifesting through the water by slowly kind of putting our intentions there. And then when this Aries moon comes back, by the time I see you guys next week, the moon will be in Aries, and we're gonna be very much a little bit on fire. There'll be some fire there. There'll be a lot of power. There'll be the reactivation of this, like returning this into this, like, so you'll feel a little bit better coming out of the week. But it's kind of accepting that this energy is going into fire. Water energy is going into fire. The season is going to change very, very soon. We're going to be going from the water of Scorpio to the fire of Sag, even though this is a card of Aries, but still it's still very much a need, just like a new burst of ideas, creativity, drive, a new burst of drive. And then after you've sorted out your emotions, you're able to really get into this powerful state where you can really pull back before you move, like hold up the Aries impulse a little bit, pull back before you make your moves, and really think about what it is that you want to do, your will, where you want to put your will into, what you want to see come to fruit moving forward. This is a very accurate reading, actually. For me, it's a very accurate reading, but it's just, it feels, I also have the records open right now, so the messages are just like blah, 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 blah. But this is very powerful, because this is just like, hey, this is very much Scorpio energy. Don't forget that Scorpio is also co-ruled by Mars. This is Mars right here, and there is a need to transform and go through the Phoenix process of the death and transformation process in order for us to come out with a new perspective and a new way of really coming into our next steps. What we're going to do next, how we're going to expand. And that's really what it is. It's moving from this watery energy of death and transformation into, okay, I did that, now what? And it's really kind of allowing you this week to just be like, okay, just think about it. Just think about the things. And actually, in the Sacred video, we talked about it. We talked about how it's a really good time right now to just kind of come to collectively with your friends and really regroup and really rethink about what your next moves are, what you want to do, how you want to proceed, and really put your ideas out there. Like, really think about it. I'm actually having a girls' night on Friday with the girls, so it's kind of really cool that this energy is here for that. It's coming out for that, and it's just kind of beautiful how it's all very much about, like, what happens this week is to set you up for the movements that you're going to take. So it's a very transformative week for your mind. That's really what it is. It's a very transformative week for your mind, so that you can regroup your mind and you could stop putting the negativity, or like stop like feeding into it, stop staying in there so long that you forget all the good stuff that's happening around you, that you forget all the things that need to happen, that you forget your purpose, your drive, your goals, that you really need. It's a regrouping this week, and it's actually really, really beautiful. I'm really happy that this is the way that this is coming out, because our solar plexus is, first of all, I'm a Leo rising, so this is one of my favorite chakras, because I do a lot of work with Oshun on this chakra, because she rules that chakra space, and that area of my energy is just one of my favorite ones to work in, especially as a Capricorn, because I feel like once I'm grounded in something, I'm like, oh, how am I gonna, like, it's the willpower. It's like, how are you moving on what you grounded in now? And so it's like, it's asking you to, like, hey, show up and put your money where your mouth is. Like, don't give me excuses. I want to see what it is that you're talking about. Like, I want to feel it. So show me. So, messages for our solar plexus. We got making a choice. That's interesting. So we're gonna read this because you know I like to check you guys with these cards. Because it just makes me laugh how it's always just like crazy accurate. Okay. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road. You must make conscious. Just gonna hold this up for you right here. Okay? You must make a conscious choice regarding the next action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from spirit and you will be led into the right path. You remain conscious and aware of your choice. If you remain conscious and aware of your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Yeah, it's pretty accurate right there. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. All my links and stuff will be down below. And yeah.